So there are definitely several ways to link devices in Garibaldi Pro, whether you are physically in the space or offline. And one additional way to do it is to right-click on your controller, your output device, and send a learn command, which puts it into learn mode, and then go to your control device, in this case my PTM 365, and perform its teach command, whether in this case it was a triple tap on the upside of the paddle, or there might be a teach button as well. And the ER6CD, you can't see anything happening to it here in Garibaldi Pro, but if you're in the space, you will note that its load is blinking. When we send the teach command from our control device, that blinking pauses to indicate that we are taking in that new link, and then it will resume until it times out. So at this point, we have timed out, and I am going to right click and choose to download the link. And once we download, this is when we will see it in Garibaldi Pro. So again, when you do it manually in the field, even though the physical units have it, it's not something that you're going to see in Garibaldi Pro until we come in here and choose to look at our identified and see that they are now linked here. So a little bit ago we also looked at an unidentified device, so I'm going to put this guy back into learn mode. He's going to resume his blinking again. I'm going to go over to a sensor that I have in my space, and in the sensor's case you just have the single teach button. I have pressed that button a single time, my unit paused its blinking, and now it's resuming that blinking until it times out again. And what we will notice when we come over and choose to pull in our links this time, it's going to show us an unidentified device, and it's not something that you're going to be able to pull in quite easily. We're still blinking, so we're giving it a moment. Alright, we're downloading. And again, you'll see what we were already linked to. It doesn't really need to give you much information since it's already there, but we have our unknown device. So we see the radio ID and we see the equipment profile. At this time, it doesn't tell you what type of unit it is, but on the unit itself and in its data sheet and information, you should be able to find what equipment profile each one is. So I know that my A50701 is actually an RCS, dual tech occupancy sensor. So I am going to notate what we have for the radio ID and click OK. I'm going to come over to project device types, and I've already pulled in via my manage section the RCS DA. I'm going to pull it over to devices, and we're going to take a look and see that it doesn't show that anything's linked to it yet, and that's because it doesn't have a radio ID. So I'm going to yet again come over here, go to teach button, begin, tap the teach button on the unit. I've received it. It's going to be the same ID. Click OK. And again, it doesn't show that it is linked, but if we were to come back to our ER6CD and download the links, we now have two links that are identified, as in we already know that they are here. So we click OK, and we will see that that refreshes as green.